The restroom door shuts behind her. The noise of the wedding fades like a wave retreating. Lynn grips the sink and stares at her reflection. Her lipstick is perfect. Her eyes are not. She unlocks her phone and opens the bank app. The numbers blink cold and small. Not enough to impress. Barely enough to survive. She scrolls through old transactions. Hospital fees for her father. Tuition for her sister's master's degree. Roof repair after the storm. Birthday gifts that drained her account. Every transfer labeled family help. The list never ends. A slow bleed dressed as love. Her chest tightens as memories unfold. Her mother's voice at dinner last month. You earn well, dear. People will expect something special. Her sisters laughed, joining in. So generous, just like always. The words had felt harmless then. Now they sting like salt on a wound. Lynn splashes water on her face. It does nothing to cool the heat under her skin. She remembers the nights working late. The weekends spent calculating bills. The dreams postponed for someone else's comfort. Every sacrifice wrapped in silence. A knock at the door startles her. She stays still, holding her breath. No one needs to see her like this. When the footsteps fade, she exhales slowly. Her reflection blurs behind the fog of the mirror. For a second, she doesn't recognize the woman staring back. She whispers, "When did I become invisible?" The words echo against the tiles. She wipes the mirror clean, meeting her own gaze again. Her hands tremble, but not from fear. From anger finally finding a shape. She opens the Notes app and begins typing. Every amount, every promise, every lie. Her fingers move faster with each line. Total, 312 million. A full year of her life, gone without thanks. She saves the file and locks the phone. The silence hums in her ears. She straightens, smooths her dress, breathes in deeply. Outside, the laughter sounds distant and false. She realizes the pattern. They praise her only when she pays. They love her best when she gives. Her heart beats steady now, not frantic. She reaches into her purse and touches the envelope. The paper feels heavy with exhaustion. Slowly she removes it, stares at the neat handwriting. To H1E1, with love. She tears it in half. The sound is sharp and clean. It feels like breathing after a long dive. In its place, she imagines something different. A gift that costs nothing but truth. She whispers, "No more lies." Her voice steadies as she says it again. "No more." She drops the torn envelope into the trash. One piece lands on the wet floor, curling at the edges. She leaves it there. When she steps out of the restroom, her steps are lighter. Not free yet, but close. For the first time in years, she isn't afraid of being seen. Her phone buzzes in her hand. The name on the screen reads, Trang. Lynn hesitates, then answers. "Are you okay?" her friend asks. Lynn laughs, but it sounds brittle. "They told everyone I gave 300 million. A pause, heavy and sharp. "Lynn, that's not generosity, that's control." The word settles between them. Control. Trang continues, her voice firm. "That's financial abuse. You've been giving until you disappear." Lynn leans against the wall, silent. The word abuse echoes like thunder. She's never called it that. Never allowed herself to. "It's family," she whispers weakly. "Family shouldn't drain you dry," Trang replies. Lynn closes her eyes. The truth feels painful, but clean. She opens her laptop that night. The hotel room is quiet except for typing. One column for dates. One for amounts. One for reasons. Hospital, tuition, repairs, weddings. Each number feels heavier than the last. Her eyes sting as totals form at the bottom. 312 million. She scrolls to the top again. Every line is proof of her silence. She types a new title at the top. What I gave without being asked. Then she adds one more line. What I lost by saying nothing. The cursor blinks, waiting. Her throat tightens. She whispers enough. For the first time, the word feels powerful. Trang calls again. So what will you do? Lin's voice steadies. I'll give her something real tomorrow. Money, Trang asks softly. No, Lin says, the truth. They don't speak for a moment. Then Trang exhales slowly. Good, it's time they see you. After the call ends, Lin scrolls through old photos. 2 little girls laughing at the beach. Her mother's arm draped around them. Everything looked perfect then. Before expectations turned love into debt. She selects a few photos, prints them at the hotel kiosk. Each picture slips warm into her hand. She arranges them in a small album. On the first page, she writes in careful letters. Money fades, memories last. The ink smudges slightly beneath her thumb. She sits back, breathing deeply. Her heart beats slow, even certain. Tomorrow, she will stand in front of everyone. She will say what she should have said years ago. She will stop paying for silence. Her phone lights up again. A message from her mother. Don't forget your speech tomorrow. Everyone's proud of you. Lin stares at the words until they blur. She types nothing back. Instead, she opens her notes file again. At the bottom, she adds one final line. My last gift is honesty. Then she closes the laptop and turns off the light. The darkness feels calm, not empty. She lies awake for a long time, watching dawn creep in. When it comes, she's ready. Morning sunlight cuts through the hotel curtains. Lin sits on the edge of the bed, holding the album. Her fingers trace the cover like it's something fragile. The city outside hums, unaware of her decision. Her phone buzzes again, messages from relatives. Such a generous sister. So proud of you. The lies multiply, faster than she can read them. She turns the phone face down. She won't play her role today. She dresses carefully, choosing calm colors. No jewelry, no shine, just simplicity. In the mirror, her reflection looks unfamiliar. Strong, maybe. Or tired enough to be brave. Downstairs, the wedding preparations swirl around her. Laughter, perfume, camera flashes. Her mother moves through the chaos like a queen. Smile, Lin, she calls, arranging flowers. Today is about family. Lin forces a polite nod. Her sister, H-1EA1, sits surrounded by bridesmaids. She glances up, hesitant. For a second, guilt flickers in her eyes. Then it's gone, replaced by routine cheer. Everything perfect, Lin asks softly. H-1EA1 nods. Almost. Their mother sweeps in before more can be said. Remember, dear, she says low and firm. Your gift announcement comes after the dance. Lin's stomach tightens. She says nothing. Her mother mistakes silence for obedience. Make us proud, she adds, smoothing Lin's hair. Lin steps back. I will. Just not the way you think. She walks to the window, needing air. The garden below glitters with white chairs. Every seat, a witness waiting to hear a number. She imagines their faces when they hear the truth. Fear slides through her, cold and sharp. She grips the album tighter. Fear means she's alive. A bridesmaid approaches, smiling too wide. Everyone's talking about your generosity. Lin's lips twitch. People love a good story, she says quietly. The woman laughs, not understanding. When she leaves, Lin exhales. Trang's words echo in her mind. They can't use what you refuse to give. The thought steadies her pulse. Her mother reappears, clipboard in hand. I spoke to the DJ, she says briskly. You'll speak right after me, perfect timing. Actually, Lin interrupts, her tone even. Put me before you. Her mother frowns. That's not the plan. It is now. The older woman studies her face. Then shrugs, distracted by another detail. Fine, Just don't forget the number. Lynn almost smiles. She's never been this calm before. She returns to her room for a moment of quiet. The album rests on the table beside her purse. She opens it to the first photo, 2 girls at the lake. Her younger self stares back, defiant, fearless. She remembers that girl. The one who spoke without trembling. The one she's about to become again. Outside, music swells, calling her name. She stands, slips the album under her arm. The door clicks shut behind her. Every step toward the ballroom feels lighter. Whatever happens next, it will be real. The ballroom glows under crystal lights. Guests chatter, glasses clink, cameras flash. Lynn sits near the stage, the album on her lap. Her mother moves toward the microphone, radiant and sure. Then the DJ's voice cuts through the music. Before the mother of the bride speaks, Lynn has something to say. A ripple of surprise sweeps the room. Her mother freezes, smile stiffening. Lynn rises slowly, feeling hundreds of eyes turn. Her heels tap softly against the floor. Every step feels like a heartbeat. When she reaches the microphone, the room quiets. Her sister watches, uneasy. Her mother's fingers tighten around her glass. Lynn exhales, steady and clear. "I've been thinking about my gift," she begins. The crowd leans forward. "I wanted it to mean something more than money." Murmurs spread like wind across the tables. Her mother laughs too loudly. "Always humble," she says, voice sharp. Lynn looks at her, unflinching. Money fades, things break, but honesty stays. The words land heavy, undeniable. "I grew up believing family meant giving. But somewhere along the way, giving became taking." Gasps ripple through the crowd. Her mother stands halfway, panic flashing. The DJ shifts subtly, blocking her path. Lynn continues, voice rising just enough. "I've spent years buying approval disguised as love. Today that ends." She lifts the album into view. "This is my gift." The cover gleams under the chandeliers. It holds memories of us before money mattered. She walks toward her sister, calm and sure. Each step feels lighter than the last. She opens the first page. "Remember this day, you were afraid of the water. I taught you to float." H-1E1's eyes fill with tears. Her mascara smudges, but she doesn't look away. "I hope you fill this album with truth, not expectation," Lynn says softly. "That's worth more than any number." The hall is silent. Then someone claps, an uncle, then another. Applause grows, breaking the tension like glass. Lynn steps back, handing the album to her sister. Her mother's smile has vanished. Her father looks down at his drink, lost. But Lynn feels lighter, freer. The applause swells, real and raw. She turns back toward the microphone. "Family isn't a transaction," she says simply. "It's a promise to care without counting." Her voice doesn't shake. When she finishes, the room erupts again. Some guests stand, some wipe their eyes. Her sister clutches the album to her chest. Her mother stays seated, pale and rigid. Lynn meets her gaze once, calm and final. This is what truth looks like. She steps down from the stage, heart steady. Around her, applause fades into murmurs of admiration. But she doesn't listen for approval anymore. She only listens to her own breathing. For the first time in years, it sounds like freedom. The music starts again, awkward and thin. People pretend to chat, but eyes still follow her. Lynn walks toward the back of the room. Her pulse is steady, her steps sure. Behind her, her mother's voice slices through the noise. "Lynn, a word." She turns. Her mother's smile is fixed, brittle. Outside, now. They move to the hallway, the door swinging shut. The silence outside feels heavier than the music inside. Her mother's tone drops the fake sweetness. "You humiliated this family." Lynn meets her eyes calmly. "No, I told the truth." "That was not your place," her mother hisses. "It's always been my place. You just never let me use it." The words cut clean. Her mother's face tightens, fury trembling under control. "Do you have any idea what people will say?" "They'll say I stopped lying," Lynn replies. For a moment, neither speaks. Then H-1E1 appears, clutching the album. Her eyes are red, her lipstick smeared. "Mom, please," she says softly. Her mother spins toward her. "Don't you start defending her." "I'm not," H-1E1 whispers. "I'm just listening." Lynn pulls a folded paper from her purse. "This is every payment I've made for this family. 312 million in 3 years. Her mother snatches the page, scans the numbers. "That's private business," she snaps. "Private until you lied about it to everyone." Her voice stays low but firm. The hallway feels smaller, hotter. Her father approaches, confusion in his eyes. "What's going on?" Lynn holds the paper out to him. "Read it, it's all there." He stares at the total, silent. H-1E1 looks between them, trembling. "I didn't know," she says again. "No," Lynn answers quietly. "You didn't want to." Her mother's voice cracks, sharp with panic. "You make good money. Why are you counting?" "Because you never stopped taking," Lynn says. Her mother steps back, stunned. Guests pass by, glancing at the tense circle. The image of the perfect family dissolves. An aunt pauses nearby, whispering, "Good for her." Her mother hears and flushes red. "You've destroyed our reputation," she spits. Lynn exhales, calm and final. "I've freed myself from it." Her father's hand lifts, uncertain. "Maybe, she's right," he says softly. The words hang like thunder. Her mother turns away, furious, humiliated. "I won't be part of this spectacle." She storms toward the exit, heels echoing hard. Her father follows, silent as always. The hall door closes behind them. Only Lynn and H-1E1 remain. The younger woman's eyes fill again. "I thought you were strong because you gave," she whispers. "I was weak because I did," Lynn answers. They stand quietly. Guests begin to dance again, laughter returning in fragments. H-1E1 looks down at the album in her arms. "Maybe this is where we start over," she says. Lynn nods, tired but peaceful. "Yes, with truth this time." They walk back inside together, no longer playing roles that don't belong to them. A month passes quietly. The wedding feels like a dream someone else lived. Lynn wakes to sunlight spilling across her small apartment. No messages asking for help. No calls filled with guilt. Only silence, clean and gentle. She makes coffee and watches the city move below. For the first time in years, the day belongs to her. A letter waits on the table, written in H-1E1's handwriting. She's avoided opening it all morning. Finally, she tears it open. The first line trembles. "I'm sorry." H-1E1's words spill across the page. "Mom pressured me to lie. She said it would make you give more. I should have stopped her. Your speech hurt, but maybe I needed it." The album is on our coffee table now. It reminds me what love used to feel like. Lynn folds the letter, her hands shaking. Forgiveness tastes strange, like something new. She places the letter beside her own copy of the album. On the first page, 2 girls laugh in the sun. On the last, an empty space waiting for something better. Her phone buzzes. It's Trang. "How's freedom treating you?" Lynn smiles faintly. "It's quiet, I think I like it." That evening, they meet for dinner. Friends gather, laughter spilling over plates and wine. Someone toasts to telling the truth. Lynn lifts her glass. To telling it and surviving it. They cheer, the sound bright and real. Her phone rings again, her mother's name glowing on the screen. Once, that name meant obligation. Now it means choice. She lets it ring, then presses mute. She'll call back later, on her terms. A week later, The phone rings again during lunch. This time she answers. Her mother's voice is softer, slower. I've been thinking about what happened. Lynn says nothing, waiting. I didn't see how much pressure I put on you, her mother admits. The money, the expectations, I thought it was normal. Lynn closes her eyes. The words sound awkward but real. Thank you for saying that, she replies. I want to start something new. Not built on guilt. Her mother exhales. I'd like that too. They hang up without promises, just possibility. That night, Lynn adds a new photo to the album. It's from a small family dinner, simple and warm. No one mentioned money. No one asked for anything. They just talked. Awkward, honest, but peaceful. Beneath the picture, she writes a new line. The true wealth of family is honesty. She leaves the next pages blank. Space for new memories, unpriced and unforced. The city lights shimmer outside her window. She sits quietly, breathing the stillness. No guilt, no expectation, only calm. For the first time, her life feels wide open. And the silence, once heavy, now sounds like freedom. Night settles softly over the city. Lynn stands by the window, lights glittering below. Her reflection looks calm, unfamiliar but hers. The album rests open on the table. Beside it, her phone lights up again. Her mother's name glows quietly on the screen. This time, Lynn answers without fear. They talk about the weather, about nothing heavy. No demands, no guilt hiding in the pauses. When the call ends, Lynn feels lighter. She turns back to the album and adds one last note. Love means truth, not sacrifice. The ink dries slowly, dark and sure. She closes the cover, fingers tracing its edge. The story feels finished, but her life doesn't. Outside, a breeze moves through the curtains. Tomorrow will come without expectations. No debts, no disguises, only choice. She whispers to the quiet room, I'm free now. Her voice sounds steady, certain, alive. And for the first time in years, the word family doesn't hurt. It feels possible again.